Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night to whomever, whichever way, however way, wherever you shall be watching this video, if you should so choose to watch this video. And if you choose to watch this video, I appreciate you spending your time here with me for this short period of time. Your time is precious and valuable, and I appreciate it. Today's going to be straight to the point. I will touch upon my day briefly. I woke up a little bit tired, got a little bit of sleep, started my day as much as I would any other day, especially on work days. Normal, nothing out of the ordinary, which is a good thing. Just got out of work. This is my second weekend to my new job. It's going good. Great team. Learning a lot. Since this is a lot of learning for me, a big learning curve, I've been finding myself mentally drained more so than usual. I mean, lack of sleep alone doesn't help, but since I'm using a lot more brain power, yeah, I'm just more exhausted mentally. Other than that, this day's gonna go pretty good. Tired, obviously. Today's subject video is gonna be dreams. So, what do dreams mean to me? Dreams are a way of your mind, or is a way of your mind to just express itself, I would think, in its own way. Sometimes it's specific to something you're dealing with. Sometimes it may seem just completely random. And there may be times where it just seems like your dream is right up there with some ESP, meaning it just predicts something, or you have a dream about something that happens to come into fruition within a short span of time, or maybe a longer period of time, or concurrently, meaning at the same time, which is something that's actually happened to me, but I can't really explain. I like to think, at least with a lot of people, especially people dealing with stress or PTSD or just dealing with a lot, dreams are more expressive of whatever they're going through. So meaning they may have more dreams about something in particular that may be a repeat, or it could just be something that just may allude to a situation that you've been through, but not directly. Does that make sense? There used to be a point in time in my life where I would have no dreams, like literally. At least in my younger years, I would have bouts of, times where I would sleep and have no dream at all. Maybe a dream a week, not even. Now, it's like as of late, I guess it's more due to stress and whatnot, but we're just getting older. I've been dreaming every single night for the past, I would say, two months or so, 2.5 months. Especially more so like if I wake up, go back to sleep, have another dream, wake up again, go to sleep, have another dream, different dreams, and they're not often repeats, or share similarities, which I suppose is nice because I like me being me. I don't like repetition. I don't like watching the same old thing over and over again. So I think that's like a subconscious way of my mind just like, hey, I'm gonna entertain you with random dreams. It's interesting. But yeah, so we'll talk about one dream of a kind that's probably relatable more so with just me and just like relationships is the type of dream where you're with a significant other or a partner, spouse, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. Kind of dream where you're close I don't want to say intimate, but you're expressing feelings and emotions with your significant other, or having an experience with another significant other that is, I would say, rather impactful emotionally and leaves an impression on you in a positive way. The example that I have from last night was I had a dream where I was dancing with someone, dancing with a woman. I don't know who this woman was. It was a slow dance, so it was like very slow, nonchalant, kind of like what you see in like maybe a wedding, or just enjoying your time together. Very slow, casual, but very sentimental. Looking in each other's eyes and just like enjoying the moment. That kind of dream. However, at the end of the dream, when I was about to wake up, part of me was, I would say, conscious, but still not awake. But that part of me was observing myself, not seeing myself, but observing myself crying, like really, like emotionally. It resonates, meaning because it's something that is impactful to me. It's something I'm looking for in some, like, just want to share my moments with somebody in a more of a emotional connective way, or in a bit of connection, just sharing essentially a one-on-one. I mean, I'm not doing a good job explaining it, but in this observation of myself, what seems to be myself, I assume it is myself, obviously, I'm like really bawling my eyes out, like craving, I don't say craving, but yearning for something like this in reality. And it's kind of weird to observe yourself in the third person, in a dream state where you're not really seeing anything, you're just hearing yourself. And it feels like you're also experiencing it, but you're not actually crying when you wake up. Meaning, I've had dreams where I woke up crying. I don't have many of those dreams, but when I do, it's like, usually it's pretty intense, and you wake up, you found yourself to be crying, like, when you wake up. Those dreams hit hard. They leave an impact on you, especially if you're like an empath type. I didn't wake up crying. I didn't have any tears in my eyes, but I felt like if I were to have that experience any longer, I would have woke up crying. But in my observation of myself crying really bad, like really intensely, I try to reaffirm myself, which is, that sounds crazy or whatnot, but like trying to ensure myself, hey man, take it easy, I love you, man. Like, just trying to confide myself. I mean, it's kind of unusual, I would say. It's probably, we don't really hear that often, but yeah, it's something I don't deny. That's what I'm like. That's something I'm looking for as part of a relationship with someone, because I would, and it just hit me differently than other dreams I've had where I pretty much was crying. But that's neither here nor there. That was just one example. So dreams can be very expressive of some state that some state of mind that you're dealing with or you're going through, or random. Like, I've had plenty of random dreams. Like, as an example, one of the dreams I had was like my sister had a robotic eye, like a cyborg. So it was completely random. Or I was flying through a chasm from a video game that's linked to a movie. It was like something out of a video game. I can't remember the name of the video game, but it had me flying with some nice music playing in the background, flying through open air, and then all of a sudden I fly through like a tunnel, and in the tunnel I go straight down, into like a chasm, something, and then at the bottom of this chasm, this pit, is the Morgoth, the creature from Lord of the Rings, that the monster, you'd say, that dwells in the mines of Moria. It's just completely random. That was also one of the random dreams. I like Lord of the Rings, so reference. But yeah. So dreams can tell you a story. Dreams can be a reflection. Dreams can be seemingly random, or the types of dreams where you just can't explain it, where something happens in that dream that also happens in reality, either again at the same time or maybe at some point in the future. As an example, there's a underwater volcanic eruption in the off of some islands. My memory is pretty shot. The place starts with a T, but the country starts with the T, the name. But an underwater volcano erupted. It created a tsunami, and when that tsunami occurred, it hit a bunch of the surrounding islands. So there's a bunch of small islands, and when that happened, it was about 4 or 5 o'clock their time in the afternoon. So it was sun going down. This was in December or January, can't recall. I did make a video of it, so if you actually check out my channel and go back like a year, you should see the video. In it, the setting was sun's going down. It was a tropical like setting. It was a beach. I was in a car with some others. I don't know who they were, or maybe I don't even know if that was actually myself in the car. But all of a sudden we look out the window and we just see this wave of water coming rushing towards us, and then next thing we're freaking out, and the car gets washed away, and just before it looks like the car is gonna crash into a tree or something, I woke up. And sure enough, again, it pretty much occurred roughly around the same time. I would say within an hour's difference probably of that actually happening, where again it was like the settings matched and everything, like the scene and setting. So this day, it's something else. It's interesting. It's fascinating to think about. Maybe there was some connection, if you believe in that. I like to hold a mindset. I don't like to, as much as I doubt with a lot of things, or may often be skeptical, I do like to believe that there are things in this universe that happen in which we cannot still fathom or wrap around with our own minds why they happen. Because it's either because we just can't understand it at this point in time, or we don't have the capability to understand it scientifically, or for some other reason, or the divine reason. But yeah, that's an entirely another subject video. Pay attention. I would say pay attention to your dreams. There may be frequency. Don't dwell on them. What you could do is, if you're having a lot of dreams and you want to take note of it, you have a dream, wake up, and you wake up, have like a dream journal. Just write down some details about the dream, and then move about your merry day. Because like I said, you never know when you have that dream where something happens in real life you can't quite explain, but you do recall having a dream about that particular event, or similar to that event. But yeah, dreams are, some people still don't understand why we have dreams in the first place, and usually the dreams occur when we're about to wake up from sleep, from like deep sleep, or just sleep in general. So more towards the end. But yeah, yeah, dreams are interesting. Just put it that way. Again, I'm gonna end this video now. It's going along longer than now. 10 minutes to go, given the subject. Plus I'm stuttering and stammering, again, because I'm tired. It's fascinating, and I could talk a little bit more about it if I need be. Other than that, I appreciate you watching. Thanks for watching this video. You are cherished, loved, and valued. You mean the world to yourself. You mean the world to others. Don't beat yourself up for things. Try to learn forgiveness. Forgiveness in yourself as well. If you messed up, recognize the mistakes you made and work and be proactive in fixing those mistakes, or at least acknowledging and preventing those mistakes from happening again. Rough times will pass. Things will get better. Just got to keep telling yourself that. You got to believe it. Reach out for help. You don't have to do everything alone. You're never alone. In this life, there's always somebody else out there who's going probably the same thing you're going through. It's just a matter of reaching out and finding those who have overcome that same set of problems or problem, so that you can hopefully get some advice and some pointers in how to get out of that situation. Other than that, thank you for watching. I appreciate you spending the time that you have here, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Take care.